Hi folks, and welcome to my intro video for CCE106. My name is Eric Tremblay and I'll be your instructor this particular term. I just thought I'd make a little video here just so that you can put a face with an email address. So I just took out my iPhone and I'm just pretty much going to shoot this off the cuff. CCE106, basically Introduction to Basic Chemistry. So a couple of little things about the course is when you go on the D&D Learn website, there's a lot of information there. There's a set of course notes, set of assignments, set of laboratory instructions, and there's a course manual. Pretty much right off the bat, that's what you're going to want to focus in on, the course manual. I've also emailed it to you in the week before the first before the first week of class, just so you can have an idea of the basic policies and procedures that frame this particular course. Now, what are we going to do this term? Well, it's basically an introductory chemistry course. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, like most introductory chemistry courses out there, we're going to study a lot of topics. We're only going to study them pretty much in medium amount of detail, but it's pretty much a jam-packed course because of this. So I realize that for some of you, you're going to have varied amounts of previous chemistry background. Some of you are going to not have seen chemistry since high school or something like this. So you'll have to do some background work. The textbook is good. So that would be your first sort of place to look for information with the textbook. Secondly, there's also a lot of stuff on basic chemistry that you can find around the internet. Even for a lot of these basic stuff, Wikipedia is fantastic. For more advanced courses, Wikipedia is not so great, but for basic stuff, there's a lot there in Wikipedia that is accurate. So I would stay with the textbook first, but if you do have any problems with interpreting any content or you need a little extra work, yeah, check around the internet. Also, you can ask me. Often I have a couple of resources kicking around on different topics, so you can ask me and I can put them point you in the right direction on that. So if you look at the course manual, you're also going to see there's an evaluation grid there that's going to describe the types of evaluation that you're going to be subjected to this particular semester. The grid is large. Okay, there's 5 assignments, 5 labs, and a final exam. That's 11 evaluation instruments. That means it's a fairly busy course. It's going to be hard to take any time off on this particular course. You pretty much have to schedule yourself in to work 9 to 12 hours in this course a week, just to make sure that you got everything done that you need to get done. Now, there's a positive to having a busy course like this too. The positive is that it gives me at least 10 opportunities to give you feedback before the final exam. So when I receive your 5 assignments and your 5 labs, I'm going to be giving you feedback so that you can use what comes out of that feedback for preparation in your final exam. Okay. Let me talk a second about the assignments. The assignments are fairly straightforward. If you've ever taken a chemistry course in high school or whatnot, or in university, basically they're problem type questions, a lot of math. Please show all your work for the math questions, especially because if I can't see all your work, it's hard for me to point you in the right direction if there's an error. For the labs, they're home-based labs, so most of the gear is going to be already available for you at your home, but some of the gear is not. Okay, you're going to probably have to go out and purchase a couple pieces of gear so that you can conduct your experiment, or a couple of ingredients. That's why it's really, really important, and I can't stress this enough. You have to read your lab in its entirety before you do anything. So read the lab in its entirety, step by step. Make sure you understand every step in your mind, and write down a shopping list. Okay? Oh, I gotta buy one of these things, or I have to buy this particular ingredient, or I have to make sure I'm near a fridge or a freezer for this particular experiment. So make sure that you have a really good idea what you need to do this particular lab. If this lab were being done on site in a course, you'd have a technician there that would help you out, and basically all the gear would be there and all the ingredients are there. That's not the case. You're at home. You're by yourself, okay? You're your own preparation technician. So that means you have to be well prepared. So please read the lab ahead of time. Every lab also has a lab report for you to do. So the instructions, I think, are fairly clear in the lab manual, but if you have any questions about the lab, feel free to ask. Contact info. I'm a fairly well-connected individual. There's about 8 or 9 different ways you can contact me. If you go on the class website and read the bio, you'll see that I give I'll give you my instant messaging contact. The MSN, Gtalk. You can, if you want to add me as your Facebook friend, you can. I'll gladly accept messages through Facebook. If you want to use straight up old email, okay, that's great too. Please only send me email to my rmc.ca address. That's the only one I regularly check. I will post announcements and general class things on the D&D Learn website instead of sending out mass emails. But I will send the odd email to you during the semester. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself available for a live chat in a live chat room. And I'm going to do that Monday nights between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And basically on D&D Learn you'll see a tool called Chat. If you click it, it's just a text box, text chat. So I'll be there between 8 and 9. If you have a question that pops up and you want to talk to me live, you can definitely grab me at that time. Otherwise, you can send me an email or post a discussion forum, something like that, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. More complicated questions are probably better through the discussion forum or by email, because it gives me a chance to think about the answer and get back to you with a good solution. But really simple stuff, quick question about this and that is great. Because of the varied backgrounds in this course, some of you may have some gaps in your chemistry knowledge. That doesn't mean that you have to, sort of feel helpless here. If you have a question, there are no stupid questions, okay? If you have the really simple little tiny thing you want to ask, please ask it, okay? Monday night is a fantastic time to do that. You can ask me a million questions, okay? And a million simple ones, easy ones, whatever you want. I'm at your service on Monday night between 8 and 9. Now, this live chat is optional. You don't have to come, okay? I won't be offended if I'm the only one that goes to this chat and a tumbleweed blows by. It's not offensive to me at all, okay? I just make myself available that time for you in case you have a question. I'm usually doing other stuff like marking or sitting at my computer or something like that at the same time. So don't worry, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't show up, but it's just a service I like to provide to you folks in case you want to use it, okay? Now, ground rules. I've written some ground rules on the D&D Learn website, 5 of them. Have a look at them. I believe in those kind of ground rules, okay? The first one is having fun, too. You got to have a little bit of fun. And the other one about making mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes, okay? Don't worry if you don't get a perfect mark in this class, okay? That reflects the mistakes that you make, and it's good to make mistakes, okay? Only worry if you don't get a good mark in this class, okay? Hopefully everybody will get a good mark in this class. This is definitely the kind of class that the more effort you put into it directly translate into how high your mark is. Okay? I'll be honest, it's hard to get perfect in this course too, because it's easy to make a mistake once in a while. So don't expect a perfect grade, but if you're willing to put the effort forward, do expect a good grade. Okay? So that's about all I have for the introductory video. So I hope it was helpful just to see my face and know that I'm a real person, and I look forward to seeing you guys. If you want to make a video and you want to post it in discussion forum, go for it. But I also look forward to seeing the introductory messages where you tell me a little bit about yourself and where you're located and why you're taking this course, etc.